Peace, peace, peace to the gods, peace to the gods. Wait for everybody to start coming in. It's a beautiful day out here today. It just got through raining. Love when it rains. Cleans the air out. I got some things I want to talk about today. And this message is primarily for men today. You know, I'm going to talk to all the men out there. You see the title of this. This is a video for men. Not your little not your little alpha males and everything, and your little female worshipers and everything. You woman is God, campaigning niggas and everything like that. You know, who believe that you should be, you know, dominated by a woman in some kind of way. This is not for you, okay? Because you're not gonna like this video. You're not gonna like it. So make sure y'all pull up a chair. Y'all make sure y'all pull up a chair and tell everybody, get your sons, you know, get everybody, you know, sit down and watch this. You know, first and foremost, let me say that I believe in free will, that an individual can live their life the way that they choose. I want to make sure that's perfectly understood starting off, that an individual has a right to live their life the way that they choose. Now, in that decision, you have a decision, you have a right to choose. Like, you have a right to choose to jump off of a building and follow somebody else. You can see somebody else. They can be on the top of a building. They can believe they can fly, and then they can jump off the building and kill themselves, and then you can believe it as well, and then you have the free will to decide whether you want to follow them off of the building or not. Okay, that's free will. Just because you have a right to believe something doesn't necessarily mean that the decisions you make in the exercise of your free will are what would be termed beneficial for you or agreeable. Okay, we like to use the terms agreeable. I'm not going to be using good and evil, because good and evil are man-made concepts, because everything in the universe comes from the one. Everything comes from the one. There are not two powers in the universe. There's only one. There's only one power in the universe. Even in Isaiah, you see where the Creator says, I create good and evil. Even in your Bible, God tells you that. Like, God said, I created good and evil. Evil could not exist. And it's the duality aspect. It's one of the 7 principles is polarity. So there's a polarity in everything. There's a negative and positive polarity in everything, which is why the woman is God. Y'all so illiterate as far as the laws of nature, because you would understand that if there's a masculine, there's a feminine. It is not that one dominates over the other. They both play a role in the cosmic play of creation and so forth. One doesn't dominate the other, but one cannot exist without the other. So it's really a very base and primitive way of thinking when you see individuals out here who proselytize this notion that we have a matriarchy. I've seen someone in a comment under my other video say it's always been a matriarchal society. No, it's not a matriarchal society. You're getting all your power from Jewish men. And those Jewish men, if they decide to remove you from power, they will remove you from power, and you will not say anything. Because one thing I've noticed is that a lot of times black women are very subservient to white men, in particular white Jewish men. So don't even come at me with that thing like you're some sort of matriarchy, because that goes against when you're talking about. I want to talk about the Jews too, because the Jews are the ones that are really financing and behind the Zionist Jews. I'm not going to say all Jews. And a lot of people are are too afraid to say it. And that's the thing when I'm talking, I speak to the men in our society. It's like there are, like Rabbi Finkelstein said, he said cowards. And you do have a lot of men who are cowards, and they're just straight up fucking cowards. And that's why they're sitting back allowing feminists to actually take control. They are taking control. Look in your movies and your TV shows. Every TV show you go and watch, you're going to see a woman. If there's a man involved in it, Like if it's a police show, the woman is going to be his boss is going to be female. I was watching The Shy. All the women in there, like were female officers, and they badasses. I was watching Billions. All the Axel. He had everything he tried to get. It was from a woman in some sort of position of power or something like that. If you pay attention, okay, to your TV shows, all of them, pay attention to your TV shows, you're going to notice that they have females, that feminists have taken over. And the reason for that is because Hollywood is controlled by gays. I know people in Hollywood, I won't say their names, but they told me that directly. All right, and his words exactly were, he said, ain't no real niggas run Hollywood. Everybody in Hollywood is gay. And you see, and that's with the pedophile things that you see and shit like that. So there is this thing that's going on that is against masculinity. And let me tell you something, I don't see how it can even exist, because men are the stronger of the two sexes, and they can't really achieve anything, like even when they, like you talking about it's a matriarchal society. Well, how's it a matriarchal society? Don't you have to go get some men for enforcement? You're not going to go get a whole bunch of women to enforce anything. You need men to come and enforce something. So if you're running anything, it's because men are allowing you to run something. That's why it was never meant for women to run, to be the head of the house, or something like that. The enforcement, that my man is necessary in the household, because he's the authority figure. He's the person that keeps everything in order. So I don't see this notion where people are getting that it's a matriarchal society. I don't see it. The only matriarchal societies you had in history where the men outnumbered the women. And then men had to share women and things of that nature. But we don't have to do that in the United States of America, because women far outnumber men, especially here in Atlanta. Anybody in Atlanta here knows what I'm talking about. So I just want to kind of get my thoughts out on that right there. Like, it's just ridiculous, this notion of the matriarchy and this feminist agenda that's going on. Now, I want to get into some history a little bit about it. This feminist play is the same script that was being used in Germany. The Germans and the Nazis have gotten an unfair, basically it's been a lot of propaganda that's been put out against Adolf Hitler and the Germans. Yeah, I'm saying it. Okay. And the reason why you don't know about it is because YouTube scrubs any and everything that has to do with any type of alternative story about what happened in World War II. So I'm going to tell it to you, and then I'm going to tell you where to go and find it. Where you go and find these videos, you can go to Pirate Bay, get you a Tor browser, and get you a uTorrent torrent, and go in there and put in something. Do a search on documentaries, and you just put that word in, and all the documentaries are going to pop up. They're going to show you what's going on, okay? That you're not going, they won't allow on YouTube. They're going to scrub them off YouTube. One in particular they scrubbed off YouTube was Hitler, the Greatest Story Never Told. That was one excellent documentary. I watched it. It was 12 hours long, and it really gives you some insight into things. But you need to know history so you can understand what's going on today. You need to study the Bolshevik Revolution. You need to understand these things, because the Jews are going to give you their narrative. They're always going to talk about 6 million Jews were killed. Hell, 100 million black people killed in the Middle Passage. Okay, what is that? You know, and Jews were, a lot of the Jews and everything were some of the people that were responsible for people putting people in slavery and own some of the slave ships and things of that nature when you go and study history. As far as being gangsters, and they try to make the Italians seem like they're the mafia and ignore that there's a Jewish mafia. You know, and you go and look at a lot of the prominent mobsters in history. They weren't Italians, they were Jews. But I want to go back in history real quick. When you go back in 1914 in World War I, World War I is where this all starts. We all know about the Federal Reserve Act of 1913. A year later, World War I started. 20 years after the signing of the Federal Reserve Act in 1933, We had the Great Depression. Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who I believe was Jewish, came into power and gave us what is called a welfare state, which is a precursor to today's socialist, Marxist, communist thing. That social security card ain't nothing but socialism. Hell, they call it social security. It's socialism. They said the wind is killing the video. Oh my God. Is that better? Y'all don't like wind chimes. Okay, I turned off the wind chimes. It's not a wind noise. It's called a wind chime. Okay, so the wind chime, is that better? All right. All right, so let me go back. Let me recap again. Okay. It's not the wind chimes. Oh my God. All right, let me do this over. All right. I know, man. I know guts and glory. I know you got, but see, when you do live streaming, that's just what's going to happen. You know, if you misspell a word, somebody's going to point it out for you. You know, you got to just do everything right. You know, I can't even drive in my car. The engine noise is just drowning out. But I understand some people want to really hear what I got to say. So, okay, I'm going to make sure that you can really understand what it is I am saying. All right. Okay, so let's see what we got. All right. Smartphone microphone. All right, so let me start from the beginning. I'm going to start from the beginning. I want to talk about this LBGTV. Can you use the garage door, please? I'm recording. All right. I want to talk about this LBGTV, this Marxism, Black Lives Matter. I'm going to talk about some things. And no, I'm not in no Airbnb. I'm at my house. I'm in my home right now. I'm not in any Airbnb. The first thing is this, like I was saying outside. When I look at this Black Lives Matter ain't nothing but a political front for lesbians, homosexuals, and feminists, and things like that. And it's wholly financed by George Soros, who is Jewish. And it's an interesting thing. What is one of the young ladies who was the founders of it? Her name was Alicia Garza or something like that. Her name prior to getting married was Alicia Swartz, which is a Jewish name. I thought that was an interesting tidbit of information. But the reason why I am so antagonistic from organizations like that, because I either look at it in one or two ways. I look at it as these individuals are willful participants in the overthrow of society as a whole, or they're ignorant of it. And they seem like some intelligent young ladies. So I'm going to go with their willful participants, and they know what's going on, especially in light of the fact that one of them had a Jewish last name. Okay. Now, the reason I did the video with Rabbi Finkelstein, because a lot of people like to say, well, Rabbi Finkelstein wasn't a real individual. I really don't care if he was a real individual or not. And that's what a lot of people do. They tend to concentrate on the fact whether or not this individual was real or not, instead of concentrating on the fact what's being said. Okay, what is being said? Is what's being stated true or not true? I don't give a damn if Kermit the Frog was on there giving a soliloquy about Black Lives Matter or saying all the things or conducting an interview. Is what Kermit the Frog saying real or not? This is called critical thinking, which some people seem not to possess, okay, because they want to deflect and obfuscate and get people to concentrate on things that are irrelevant, okay, and not germane to the subject at hand. The subject at hand is, okay, is this real or is this not real? Okay, that's what we're talking about. All right. Is there a communist plot, okay, to overthrow America, okay, make it socialist? Now they talk about socialism. Socialism is against nature. Socialism is against nature. If you want everybody making the same amount of money, and socialism also appeals to people who are not able to marshal up their spiritual power and attract into their lives what they need. And a lot of that is because of the fact that they refuse to accept it. Poor people are poor because they choose to be poor. Okay, when Kanye West said that slavery was a choice, he was absolutely correct. Okay, now the people who didn't understand the metaphysical nature of the comment, okay, those were the heathens. You got heathens. A heathen is someone who doesn't recognize anything spiritually whatsoever. Black Lives Matter is a heathen organization. Okay, socialism is for heathens. All right, the Jews don't believe in that. Socialism is not for them. Socialism is for you. Okay, the communists and everything, that's not for them. That's for you. That's for you. That's for the proletariat. That's for the slaves. That's for the people who are going to be serving them. Okay, they're going to bring in socialism for you. What do you think Social Security is? It ain't for them. They're not participating in that. Okay, like the rulers are giving that to you. All right, the rulers don't pay taxes because the rulers don't have any income. All right, let's get that out there too. All right. So socialism is against Mother Nature because one of the laws of nature is the law of attraction. You attract into your life what you think about all the time. It wouldn't work anyway because all the people who understand the law of attraction would automatically destroy socialism in the first place. So socialism can't exist. So they got to get you programmed to think that way. We need you thinking that way. And that's why you have a movement. What is a movement? A movement is an attempt to get the minds of individuals to think in a certain way. And right now, this movement is pushing for everything that is unnatural. Everything that is unnatural. Unnatural food, unnatural corporations, unnatural sexual activities, and things of that nature. Now, let me talk about lesbianism and homosexuality and all of that. Okay, now George Soros, who's a Jew, okay, is financing this. In the Torah, okay, it tells you explicitly, about homosexuality is not something that is acceptable to the Creator. Okay, going by their book. Now, we already know that they don't go by any of these things. All right, they don't go by any of these things. They will denounce Christianity and the tenets of Christianity, Islam, and I guess Judaism and so forth, because we're not talking about Christianity right now. The Torah is Judaism. Okay, the 5 books of Moses. That's where these laws came from about homosexuality. It really has nothing to do with Christianity. This is a Judaism that's doing this. Now, my question to you would be, why would a Jew, okay, who knows in his laws, his 613 laws, that homosexuality is an anathema to God, put some money forth, and finance something? Now, he didn't do it for his own community, okay, because they don't practice that in their community. He did that for the community of the Gentiles, or the Goyim, or the people that, you know, are the lower class in society. They follow the Talmud too. They follow the Talmud and the Torah. Okay, the laws in the Torah, okay? So the Torah, right here, they're laws that they acknowledge that are their laws. Talk to any one of them. Okay, they have to take a bar mitzvah and a bat mitzvah, all right? The sons of the covenant, they gotta hold these laws. Why would a Jew, why would someone Jewish finance and try to make some lesbians the leaders of a black movement? What is the play? Now, when you go back and study in history, one of the things that Adolf Hitler was upset with the Jews about, because what never gets discussed is, okay, well, why was Adolf Hitler mad at the Jews? They make it seem like he just looked around and just all of a sudden, like, you know what, I don't like these damn Jews. Let's start throwing them their asses in the ovens and everything like that. That's what the play. And then they'll show you videos where he's doing all this right here, right? You don't know German, so you don't know what's being said. Most of you've never picked up and read Me and Koff, even though you can get a PDF off of it. And he will explain to you very clearly, it's written in English, what he's talking about. He's talking about Jewish bankers. He's talking about them introducing homosexuality into the community, because Germany was a Catholic country. It was a Christian country. And that gets me back to what happened. Okay, I was talking about World War I. I'm going to segue into that. All right, now, in World War I, okay, Great Britain and France attacked Germany for no provocation whatsoever, other than the fact that Germany was doing well financially. All right, Britain and France were doing what the United States is doing today, what Donald Trump is trying to stop. They were involved in speculating. What that means is you're playing the stock market. The stock market ain't nothing but a large-ass casino, okay? Instead of investing, okay, in the people, putting factories, making it productive and so forth like that, you speculating, all right? Because the only thing they worried about is making money and getting rich. They don't give a fuck about the United States of America. They don't care about the United States of America. All they care about is making money. So you have Donald Trump, who's come back in, who's attempting, okay, to bring industry back to the country, okay? And all you people out there are too ignorant to understand what the man is trying to attempt, because the media is being controlled by the Jews. And if you're too dumb to understand that, you understand that? You understand that they own all the media corporations, and if Donald Trump is against their interests, everything in the media is going to go against Donald Trump? You can't understand that? That's some shit I can explain to my goddamn 1-year-old daughter, and she can understand that, bitch. You can't understand that? You don't know who owns the media? You don't know that? This is some simple ass shit. You can Google this shit. You don't know who owns Google and YouTube and Facebook? You don't know? We got to say this? Most of y'all too coward to say it. I watch the videos and everything. Y'all will allude to something, but you won't say it. You have a few people that now, Farrakhan got the courage to say it. You had a few out there that got the courage to say it, but most of y'all ain't got the balls to say it. Ain't no fucking men nowhere. That's why you see feminists and gays taking over the country. Because ain't no fucking men. A whole bunch of fucking beta males out there looking for a woman to do something for them. Want somebody to give them something, looking for a handout. That's why I'm not with the damn Democratic Party. Because y'all dependents. That ain't the... Let me tell you something. All right? I study law. I study history. I understand, okay, how the country was set up. Government's duty is not to take care of you. It is not the government's job to educate your children. It is not the government's job to feed you, because anybody who feeds you, when you give somebody the power to feed you, you give them the power to starve you. It is not the government's duty to do any of those things. The only job of government is protect your borders, protect your liberty, and protect your property. That's it. Once you get outside those things, now you are contracting for services. All right, and that's what they're doing. They're providing you a service like just like McDonald's or anybody else, a business. It's a service that you're getting. Child protection services. These are services you're getting. The police have no duty to protect you. The Supreme Court done told you 1,000 times. That's not the police's job to protect and serve you. Their job is to protect and serve the public, and you're not the goddamn public. The public is the government. And government is in business. Wake the fuck up. In World War I, they attacked Germany. Germany created the U-boat, which is a submarine, and repelled the attack of Great Britain and France and pushed them back and to a point where they were about to surrender. Because these are all Christian countries. My question to you would be, why would Great Britain, France, and Germany, all of which are Catholics or Christians, start fighting each other? What is it about? Winston Churchill was jealous. They were worried that Germany, this upstart country, who make great products. They still make Mercedes Benzes today, one of the best cars made. All right. Their industry was taken over all over the world. Because once again, you had these elite over here, they don't care about industry, they don't care about the people or anything. All they care about is making money. When they offered them terms of surrender, okay, you had a banking family in Germany, Kuhn&Loeb Bank, okay, over there, contacted Winston Churchill, said, "No, don't give up, bro. All right, I tell you what, you give us Palestine, all right, and we'll help you defeat Germany." Now, this is akin to somebody live in the United States, we in a war with China, and then we're about to defeat China, and then some citizens over here in the United States of America contact China and say, "Hey, look, don't give up to the United States. We'll help you beat them if you give us X, Y, and Z country." Okay, it is on the internet. It's called the Great Backstab. It's called the Great Backstab. Some of the people will denounce it and say that it's a myth. However, you do have the Balfour Declaration that's on the internet that you can read, and you can see this agreement made with the Rothschild family about giving them Palestine, because the Rothschilds own Palestine. Hitler was a soldier in World War I, a highly decorated soldier. And his definition, Candace Owens, all right, because I saw you on there talking about Hitler was a nationalist socialist. It is not nationalist socialist in the terms that you think. You need to read Me and Kauf so you can understand what Hitler's definition of socialism was. It is not what the Germans have. I mean, what the Jews have or what this Communist Party have. It's not the same thing. All right, so you got to understand that first. This is why it's important for people to read, okay, and stop inferring things or stop assuming things and everything. When you assume something, it makes an ass out of you. Because I like Candace Owens. I love you, sister. I hope you're looking at this video, but you are very educated, all right, but don't make a slip up like that again. I know they were attacking you, trying to associate you with the Nazi Party because of the narrative that's been, the propaganda that's been given to everyone in the United States of America. Whenever we heard this word Nazi Germany, or we see a swastika, which is a spiritual, which is a four winds, which you see on all the Buddha statues, all right, that's where he got it from. All right, they've associated this spiritual symbol with something evil when he took it as a spiritual symbol. All right, so you got that right there. You got the Balfour Declaration. Okay. Now, when Hitler came into power, he did not start throwing Jews into the oven. Okay. It's a lot of information on the internet. Questions these 6 million Jews. What even 6 million Jews in Germany? It was 500,000. There were 60 million people in Germany. 500,000 of them were Jews. And that was some of the problem as well, because they were misrepresented in the country. There's only 500,000 of you, but 70% of you hold the judgeships, you own the banks, you own all the property, you own all the media corporations, and then you start introducing, okay, things like homosexuality and things like that into the media and everything, and into the minds of the populace. Doesn't that sound familiar? Doesn't that sound exactly what's happening in the United States today? The exact same thing. The exact same thing that's going on. And why is that? Why do they want you to have pornography? Who owns the pornography industry? The Jews. Why do they want you doing pornography? Because they want you masturbating. Why do they want you masturbating? They want you masturbating because when you lose your semen, you lose your spiritual power. Steve Mnuchin is Jewish. Steve Mnuchin is Jewish. And I can give you a list of people in the Jew, and I don't have a problem with it. Let me make something very clear. I don't have a problem with the Jews as far as they have their free will exercise anything, because they are united and really they do everything right. to tell you the truth. They do everything right. They support their own, they provide for their families. And that's what one thing, you know, in the Bible, what it says about when you allow like homosexuality into your community, they used to kill them because they said they don't want that spirit. Okay, like prostitution, homosexuality, those were death penalties and everything because that's a spirit they didn't want infecting their community. Now I could get deep. I'm gonna do another show on that and talk about that. Okay, but you gotta, and the reason I'm talking about all this because you gotta understand the people who are financing all of this, their mindset. I don't even care about Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter ain't nothing but a tool. They're the effect. We gotta deal with the cause. Okay, you gotta deal with the cause. They ain't nothing to me. All right, they're being used. They just tools to be used for something, to put in an ideology to destroy families, to destroy your, you know, what is homosexuality and all that going to do with feminism? It's destroying families. It's destroying families. Okay, you got two gays together, they ain't gonna have no family, or they're gonna go and try to, you know, get some artificial insemination or something like that and try to raise a family, you know. This right here is insanity. This is not normal. Okay, you're going to try to make it seem like some sort of mental problem is normal. That's not normal. That's not normal. Why is it not normal? Because it goes against nature. There's a masculine and feminine, and they balance each other out. Nature has dictated that, not some man, not some woman. Nature, the creator, has dictated that. And these are called immutable laws. So for you to go against these laws, you are deemed insane. It's insanity. And a lot of this, and I can understand where some of this hatred, let me get on men for a second. I can understand where a lot of this hatred for men is coming from, because a lot of you sick motherfuckers out there, you molesting your daughters, you know, you fucking, you know, you marrying a woman, trying to fuck her daughter and shit like that. This is what's going on. So we got to talk about that too. Because a lot of you men out there, y'all some sick motherfuckers. All right. You the one perpetrating this because you got an illness. You causing this. You done planted the seed for all of this. Molesting and raping. All these women in these strip clubs and everything, you go and talk to them, 90% of them been molested by some man. You sick fucks. Something need to be done about your ass too. So what happened is when Hitler came to power, he started moving everybody to Palestine. He said, okay, you know, y'all want to betray us in World War I. Okay, so get your shit, pack up. We're going to give you your money and give you all your property. Take your ass to Palestine. And the Jews all over the world were incensed by that, the audacity of this leader coming in, right? Because we run the world, and you're going to tell us to get out and put everybody out the country. Took all the property. Germany went from the poorest country on the planet to one of the wealthiest. Hitler was in power. They still love Hitler to this day. Y'all got a leader over there, it's a female. They put a feminist female in power over there, denounced Hitler, did all this stuff, made it against the law to say his name and all this. A feminist female. Look what they do. When they want to do something, they'll put no man in power. They put a female in power, because it's just like Rabbi Finkelstein said, the female is the weaker sex. We get control of the female, we can do what we want. We can't do nothing with these men. Damn sure ain't gonna do nothing with an alpha male. Damn sure ain't gonna do nothing. Do I appear to be somebody that a feminist? I know a feminist, you out there, you hate me. You hate somebody like me. Because you could never control a man like me. Never. But you got some of these spineless men out here, they ain't got no balls or anything like that. You can control them, they're afraid. They allow things like that. They watch these television programs and everything, and not even see, okay, have the awareness to see what's going on, how their minds are being programmed, how they're being manipulated to accept the fact that they are the weaker sex. It's crazy, man. But anyway, so you got the Balfour Declaration. I want you to study this. Now, why is all this significant? All this is significant, okay, because after World War II, when they put in World War II and everything, all that led up to World War II, it is why, when you go and study what happened in World War II, It is what is going on today. What happened with the Bolshevik Revolution and all those. You need to go and study history because they're using the same damn map. It's the same fucking play. It's not even, it ain't even that intelligent. Because I got to say this. They think that everybody is stupid. They think that the Goyim or the Gentiles are stupid. They are. They are. Mostly they're correct and everything because they don't see this shit. And I play something like Rabbi Finkelstein, and y'all make every excuse in the world not to believe it, but everything the man is saying ain't true. You go and listen to the interview. What does he say? Y'all won't self-educate. You put your children in public school. Females don't want to have no family. They want to go off to war and shoot guns and shit and be like men. But he's saying not true. Everything he said was even the book he said about the sacrifices. I wouldn't found it. My Irrelevant Defense by Arnold Leese. If I pull that out, they're going to say, well, Arnold Leese was a Nazi sympathizer. I understand why some of these guys that y'all be seeing, y'all call them Nazis and everything. I understand them and everything because they actually have studied and read and understand what really happened, while the rest of you are just going, y'all just emotional and reacting to a narrative that you've been fed. Somebody told you that they bad people, so you just kind of like, that's what you've been told all your life. It's been imprinted in your mind. You ain't never picked up a book. You ain't never even tried to contact Hitler and try to see his side of the story. Something like a man, when he have children and the wife keep the children away from the man and everything and tell the children their whole life that the father wasn't shit. So the children never take it upon themselves to go visit the father and see, get to hit the other side of the motherfucking story until years later when he get grown or something like that. They just done fed into this narrative because their mother kept pumping into their mind their whole life that their father wasn't shit, your father ain't shit, your father ain't shit. So they never went and found out. They didn't have enough sense, okay, enough willpower, enough backbone, enough independence to go and find out for themselves the truth. They just kept feeding into somebody else's narrative. And y'all trying to make Hitler into a bad person. Y'all trying to make Hitler into a bad person. Everybody trying to make Hitler into a bad person. You ain't study history. Go read me and cough and then come back and talk to me. And don't comment on Hitler until you read it. All right. This whole thing was against the banking. Okay, that's what we against. The bankers. The bankers run the world. All wars are banker wars. You go watch a video like All Wars are Banker Wars, they talk about the bankers and y'all act like the Jews don't own the banks. Y'all talk about the media, then act like Jews don't own the media. Y'all talk about the music industry and then act like the Jews don't own the music industry. Y'all talk about the movie industry and act like the Jews don't greenlight these shows. Look at Jerry Springer. Jerry Springer, whole thing is entertainment for the Jews, showing that the Goyim ain't nothing but beast. Okay? Maury Povich ain't a whole time showing you not that the Goyim ain't nothing. They have bastard children. What's his name who told you we all, Charles Darwin, Jew, told y'all Goyim, all y'all come descend from monkeys. I could go on and on and on and on and on, but for some reason y'all can't see it. You know, 90% of the Jews are Democrats. 90% of them are Democrats because it's a socialist party. It's a socialist communist party. Democrats are the one putting people in prison. I would never support the Democrats. Y'all the ones who putting everybody in prison. Y'all talk about communist China. Y'all got more people locked up in the United States than any other country on planet Earth, almost all put together, and you want to talk about communist China. That's because these Democrats ain't nothing but motherfucking Marxists and socialists. This is what you're seeing. And you think that you should take all the wealth of everybody and distribute it proportionally and evenly? That goes against natural law. If I attract something into my life, okay, and the fruits of my labor, I'm supposed to enjoy. That is a fundamental principle of natural law. If you are against that, you ain't nothing but a fucking demon. So you're looking at these demons and everything. It's demons you're going against. This is why they don't talk about nothing spiritual, because you get warnings about this in these Bibles. In Revelation chapter 18:2, it says, Babylon the Great has fallen from the habitation of devils. Not a devil singular, a devil plural. And that's what you're looking at today, a modern day Babylon. This is what you're seeing going on. Okay, it's the habitation of devils, demons, reptilians. Some of these people, they have been possessed. That is what you're seeing. Look at what's going on. Drugs, immorality. Look at what this push is. Look at your movies. Look at your television shows. Pay attention. Go on Netflix and just just throw a rock and turn on a show. It's going to be feminist undertones in all of it. In all of it. You know why? Because the masculine is the story. You can take over people if all of it is female. You can't rule over people and everything's masculine. The men are the ones that go to war, not the females. The men are the protectors and providers. That role has been allocated by nature to men, to the masculine principle, not to the feminine. So ain't no fucking way. You can go get training. You can do whatever you want to do. You are unnatural. I'm saying it. You are natural. They're unlearned. There's a lot of emotional feminine men, or they're agents in there acting like men. They might not necessarily be men in the chat room. You can't trust what goes on in the chat room. These people use fake click on their picture. Go look at their profile. See when they created it. See how many subscribers they got. These people there's so many fake profiles out there. That's part of the agenda too. I don't pay attention to any of that. Real men know what I'm talking about. And all men ain't real men. It's not a lot of real men today. It's not. It's a lot of beta males. There's a few alpha males. And let me tell you something, you beta males. You beta males think you suck up to women that they're gonna give you some pussy. No, they not. No, they not. They see right through that. That's why a few men are having sex with the majority of the women. It's like 15% of the men having sex with 85% of the women. Because women by nature like alpha males, okay, they're like strong men. Yeah, sucking up to them and doing all that shit you're doing is not going to work. Because it doesn't go, you're not pushing the buttons that have been put in place by nature. All right. They can say, don't listen to what they say. They can say whatever they want. They got damn dating classes that'll teach you this. A woman can talk whatever she wants. She can say, I don't really like a man. You know, I'm not materialistic. I don't. And then a man drive by in a Mercedes Benz. And they like power, security. Okay? It's been like that since the beginning of time. You ain't changing shit. You're not changing nothing. You're not changing nothing. You're not changing the nature of a woman. And a woman ain't changing the nature of a man. But this is what's going on. This is what's happening. They want to take control of the car. They want to drive. You know, that's what I'm seeing too. I'm seeing a lot of men. Maybe it's because, a lot of them got warrants and shit. But you ever see, a lot of men out there, they get in the car with a woman, they be on the passenger side, a woman be in the driver's side. This is what's going on. You can't even drive the damn car and shit. Woman driving you around in the car, using her car. You moving in with her. All this is beta male type of behavior. Why is it beta male? Let me explain why it's beta male. Because you might think, because I know what a lot of you, like men out there, what you're saying and everything. You're saying, well, you got it. You got money or whatever like this. Okay. I've been broke just like, no, I ain't gonna say I've been broke. I have not been broke. I have not been broke since I was 18. Because being broke is the worst motherfucking feeling in the world. I hate that shit more than anything. Is not being able to take care of myself and my family. Okay. That is like the worst fucking feeling. If you are enduring that, it is something wrong with you as a man. Okay. It don't have nothing to do with how smart you are. Getting money don't have nothing to do with intelligence. Nothing to do with intelligence. Okay. Getting money only has two things getting money. Setting a goal and being persistent. That's it. That's it. It don't have nothing to do with, so if you don't have no money, you don't have no goal, you don't know what you want, right? And then you don't have the wherewithal to go after what you want. You give it up because you wanted something to give and easy. That's why a lot of y'all are part of the Democratic Party, because y'all looking for motherfucking handouts, because that's the handout motherfucking party. Okay, give us health care, right? Because you won't take care of your own goddamn health. Give us welfare, all right? Feed us, take care of us, give us this. Oh, look at the economy. Trump ain't doing nothing for the economy. Trump is the head of the executive branch of government, motherfucker. Trump don't write laws. Congress write laws. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Don't know. It ain't been no president's fault about the economy. None of them. You're illiterates. They laughing at you. The president don't write laws. The president enforces laws. The president can make an executive order to either enforce a law or not to enforce a law. But Trump don't create laws. He can draft some legislation and then submit it before Congress and they can vote on it and agree on it or not. But Trump don't bring anything into existence. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? They know people are like illiterates. Okay, all you people out there, I guarantee you this. How many of y'all read the Constitution? How many of y'all out there read the Constitution? Even after I say this, you still won't read the Constitution. You won't read it, but you'll have an opinion on something, you ignorant motherfucker. All right, how you going to have an opinion on something you don't even know what the fuck the rules of the game are? How you going to play fucking Monopoly and you never picked up the goddamn instruction book to read the book to see how to play the goddamn game? And then when the game is not going your way, you complain about it and start calling people corrupt and unfair and everything. You ain't never read the fucking instructions. This shit is funny. It's funny. Hold on, I gotta take this call. Sorry about that. Had to put on my do not disturb. All right, so as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, and thank you, somebody recognized the truth. You know, you got to have some men come out and just going to tell you the truth. All right, there's some men that's going to tell you the truth. Not no boys, all right, and not no beta males. Not no beta males. All right, that's another thing too. I see you got a lot of beta males in position of power. All right, because some of these laws that get passed, I don't see how they get passed. I don't see these laws like, you know, family laws, you know, like child visitation. Who passed it? That ain't no man passed them laws. These are not men. These are not men. Y'all ain't got men in position of power. You don't. You don't. You don't. You ain't putting men in positions of power. Y'all are getting spineless, you know, people who will fold to somebody else's interests. You're letting them get in positions of power. And then I'm going to put it like this, even if they do get in position of power, so what? Because what the government does shouldn't have any impact on how you live your life. You shouldn't be dependent on government for nothing. That should be everybody's goal in life, to wean themselves off of government and not have to ask the government for anything. That's what secure party is all about, being private. That's what we teach on this. Why I'm talking like, if you're on this channel, before you talk, you need to go and look at my other videos and everything so you can understand what this channel is all about. This channel is all about privacy, not about the public. The public is government, okay? Privacy is involving contracts. Contract makes the law. When two people get together and mutually agree on something and decide to do something, and an understanding of what has happened in this society, what happened in 1933, what is the Social Security card and what does it represent? What are Federal Reserve notes? Who are the fucking Federal Reserve? They're not the federal government. It's a private bank. Do you know that? That is the control of your monetary policy in this country. I read the Black Lives Matter website, which ain't nothing but a feminist website. They talking about they control something economic. This is what's so laughable about Black Lives Matter. The things that they talk about that they're against, the people who are in control of it are the ones financing them with it. This is why I'm looking at it like, this is ridiculous. Everything they talking about, the people that financing them, how are you going to overcome anything? George Soros is a Jew. Are you trying to tell me George Soros is going against his Jewish ideology? You really believe that? And he's like a billionaire? You think he got to be a billionaire willfully going against his people? You think that? I don't think that. I don't believe that. I don't care what he tell you. Do you know under their Talmud, they permitted to lie to the Goyim? They lie to you, tell you whatever they want. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Somebody tell me if I'm wrong. Okay, or am I just telling the truth? Am I telling the truth? I'm not being hateful or anything like that. But what I'm seeing is this, and I had to speak on it because I'm seeing that there is some sort of plot, okay, to introduce into this country communism, which is just another form of slavery. The people who are supporting it, they think, I don't know what it is that they're thinking. I don't know what they're trying to, how they justifying it or not, but they ain't nothing but a tool. This is not something akin to house niggas. These are your house niggas, okay? It looks like they're not. It looks like they're not. It looks like they are, oh, we for Black Lives Matter. We for change and everything. But the things that they're asking for, things that anytime you take anything from government, let me just put it like this, how you know. It's how you know. It's how you know. It's only one way. And I challenge anybody, all you Black Lives Matter people, all you Democrats, I challenge you because I'm gonna show you this in the law books. Anytime you take something from government, you have voluntarily elected to be regulated. That's anything. You take any benefit or privilege. There are benefits and privileges, and there are rights. Rights come from the creator of the balanced universe. Another man doesn't give you rights. The Constitution doesn't give you rights. The Constitution protects rights. Gun rights, okay, is a pre-existing right. And that right exists solely for the protection against government. So to have anyone in government even talking about taking your gun rights, to me, is a treasonous offense. And we all know the penalty for treason. But they work in your minds. And the number one people that are trying to get rid of your guns are the Zionist Jews. They're trying to get rid of your guns. Merrick Garland, Obama, I hate to say it, love the brother and everything. I thought, I was happy we had a black president too. Sorry, can't roll with Obama. Can't roll with him. All right, can't roll with him. The things that's being said, that when at first I had a homeboy, he was telling me out there, because they got a video on Obama, whose real name is Barry Soetoro. Go and listen to this video called The Mars Jump Room. And listen to this individual tell you how he knew Obama back when he was 18, 19 years old, Clinton, all of them. They were all pre-selected to become president. That's why, Obama just appeared out of nowhere. He was a senator up in Chicago for like a year and a half. And the next thing you know, he was running for president and became president. This motherfucker just appeared out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. And now he's president of the United States. What did he do? He nominated Merrick Garland, Jew, to become Supreme Court Justice, a Democrat. That would make 4 Jewish Supreme Court justices on the bench, all of which are against your gun rights. They're trying to load up the Supreme Court to take your gun rights. Y'all ain't aware of that. You know why? Because here's another problem. Y'all think the biggest problem in the black community is y'all have clumped together Jews and white people as if they're the same people. Jews and white people are not the same people. That is a major problem. Until you can address that issue and understand that Jews and white people are not the same, all right, you're never going to be able to see anything clearly because you think Jews and white people are the same. You think they're the same. They're not the same. They're not the same. Jews and white people are not, Jews don't consider themselves white. They don't consider themselves to be white. They look at the white people as their enemy. And the white people look at them as their enemy. And Trump understands that. That's why when you see him on media, he say fake news. He gonna say anything. He will never say anything against the Jews because of what's gonna happen. Anti-Semitic, he's anti-Semitic. And you don't want to get labeled that because if you get labeled that, it's gonna be over for him. So to say anything other than that, okay? You see James Acosta, Jim Acosta stand up, him and Trump going at it. Jim Acosta is Jewish, okay? He represents the Jewish interests. They're attacking Trump. Why they attacking Trump? Trump and all them, they was against the Federal Reserve. They were trying to get rid of a central bank. They're trying to bring back industry to the country. They're trying to do things to help you as a people and everything like that. He ain't going to never say this, but y'all all know it. Y'all know it. Y'all know who owns all these corporations and everything. This is why they was able to shut them down like this. This is why they can tell you got to wear a mask. If you get on the internet and see, okay, everybody, Mark Cuban, Jew, all right, he owns Dallas Mavericks. All of them, they talking about, oh, put on your mask. That shit just came out of nowhere. They tried to impeach Trump. Didn't work. 2 days later, coronavirus. Open back up the country. Oh, now we're going to have some protests. They just leading you by the nose just from one thing to the next. And this is why they say, they say, y'all are slaves. You believe whatever we tell you to believe. You'll have nowhere anywhere. You don't even have a laboratory for yourself to check and see if what these people are telling you about this coronavirus is true. You have to believe what the fuck they telling you. Fauci looked like a damn Jew. I don't know if he is one, but he damn sure looked like one. He probably not admitting to be one. The head of the CDC, the principal director, she's Jewish. I watched her video coming before Congress. That stuff saying that if vaccinations cause autism, just a conspiracy theory. But it's all the same people giving you the narrative. Your narrative is being given to you by one group of people. I don't have nothing against them people, but I do have something against them giving me my narrative. I have something against that. There's something inherently wrong with that. Because that means that, yes, they are controlling us. And yes, we are their slaves. I don't see why anybody can't see the common sense in what I'm saying. Everybody who's against me on this video, I want you to come and post something. Tell me who owns the media centers in this country. Tell me who owns the pornography industry. Tell me who owns the music industry. Tell me who owns the banking industry. Tell me who the majority of the CEOs are coming off Wall Street. Tell me most of the people in government and everything who are in positions of power, what their nationality is, who's over all of our, everything from the Secretary of Treasury to the damn Federal Reserve Board and everything, all of them Jewish. What am I saying is wrong? Why y'all can't understand this? Are you cowards? You cowards? Because fear is adultery with God. You cowards? Y'all cowards. Y'all won't refuse to open your eyes and see what's going on? I'm as pro-black as they come. I've been in pro-black organizations. I was with the Nawabian Nation of Moors. You go back and check the history of that. That's some of the most pro-black stuff, Dr. Malachi New York, and all that you won't ever find. Somebody say, what kind of check I'm cutting from the bottom? Bert, shut the fuck up, nigga. You ain't talking to nobody who's doing propaganda. I don't do propaganda. I'm a real ass nigga. Okay? I'm from the hood. All right? I study law. Go and read on my goddamn channel, bitch, and tell me what the fuck you see on my channel. Talking about propaganda, nigga. I don't even know what propaganda is. I speak from the heart, nigga. You the motherfucker that's coming on this channel introducing propaganda, because I'm not telling you nothing long. You can go and read the Ashwander rule, rule number 6. It will tell you, you take a benefit and a privilege from government, you cannot challenge the constitutionality of the statute. Benefits and privileges equal a contract. Nobody paying me a goddamn thing. I get all my money from the followers on this damn channel. That's where I get my money from. And other investments that I have, that I work for myself. I started off my business in a goddamn Starbucks with a cell phone and a laptop. Walking every day. Fuck you mean, propaganda. Anyway, I said I wasn't going to curse in this thing right here. I just want people to be aware of the fact that y'all are letting feminists and gays take over the country. You're letting feminists and gays take over the country. Some of you out there are willfully following feminists and gays. So my question to you, and especially to the black leaders who are black leaders of the churches, because they willful participants in it too. Y'all, a lot of them preachers out there ain't got no fucking backbone, and a lot of them are just ignorant. They don't know the scripture in which they teach or anything like that. Okay, ask them, well, how is it, what is your stance on this? We've had a lot of them running churches like Eddie Long here in Georgia, that y'all had that come up, and there's a lot of other ones. He ain't the only ones. They secretly in the quiet, having sex with little boys and things. Now, the thing with having sex with the little boys, from my understanding, is that I don't think they're having sex with little boys. Like when I heard about it is that the reason they want young boys because they're stealing their energy, as well as the fact that there is not a loss of energy. I saw a homosexual explaining it. I forgot what show it was, but he was explaining it. It's like when you have sex with another man, it's not like when you have sex with a woman. When you have sex with a woman, there's a loss. But when you have sex with another man, there's an exchange. For when I began to understand. And that's why you have something like Proverbs 31:13 or 3:1. It says, do not give your strength to women, that which can destroy kings. Is talking about your sperm. Because what you are supposed to be doing as a man is supposed to be exercising your ability to control your ejaculation. You are. That's where these, now I also read a book. I'm gonna get into this today because I want y'all to understand just how much I've been reading this, how long. I read a book, Val Valerian, if you were watching, yes, I read your books, Matrix 5, and I read your whole treatise on how all human beings have to experience everything. I'm gonna touch on all of this because I don't want people to think that I'm myopic in my understanding or that I'm biased in some kind of way. I've looked at this from every aspect, whereas, okay, we reincarnate and you have to experience everything. So sometimes you're going to experience being a man, sometimes you're going to experience being a woman, sometimes you're going to experience being gay, sometimes you're going to experience being lesbian. Check them all out. Okay, and they gave real good treatises on that. And in this book, they've even gone as far as to say that being homosexual is a spiritually, you've actually spiritually elevated. Now, because of the fact that when you look at source energy, it is bisexual. In other words, the masculine and feminine energies are merged into one and they split, and that's when you start having creation. Okay, but when you look at source is the composite of both the masculine and feminine. You can't call God a he or she. When you start saying he or she, now you're getting into an aspect of creation. You've come out of nothingness. You've come out of chaos. Okay, you've come into creation. You come into order. Okay, you come out of chaos into order. Okay, but chaos is source, triple darkness, 0 point energy, whatever you want to call it. Okay, this is where source is. Okay, this is masculine and feminine doesn't exist at 0 point. All right, once you begin to have a split, you have creation. So I read this book and I did look at it where he was saying, and he was talking about the oversoul and things of that nature, and that you have to experience everything in creation. And I had to give some credence to what was being said, because anything that can be conceived and believed can be achieved. And this is a boundless universe with boundless possibilities. So who am I to contest that? Okay, I can't contest that. And not to mention the fact that you got some people who are born hermaphrodites, people who are born with penises and vaginas. That's an aspect of nature. You know what I'm saying? I can't debate all of that. All that is taken into consideration. Okay, but are these anomalies? Are these anomalies in nature? Okay, because nature dictates that there is a passive and active principle, that there's a positive and negative pole, that you want to call masculine and feminine, that you want to call conscious and subconscious. There's a duality and polarity in every aspect of creation. Not three things. Not three. So I have to ride with that. And not to mention the fact that in Mesopotamia and all those civilizations, they looked at that as something that, was abnormal, because those all came out of Greek societies. The Greeks and the Romans, they were the ones that was in, and y'all all know it, I ain't saying nothing wrong. Those are homosexual societies, okay? That's where all that stuff come from. Y'all are imitating a Greek society. And we get into Rome, and also what was the downfall of Rome? Jews. When you go and do your history on it, same thing. They've been kicked out of 1,100, I forgot how many countries. I think something like 1,100 places from like the last 500 years. Last place they got kicked out was Spain. Isabel and Ferdinand kicked them out. And that's what them books is about, allegedly. Well, why? Is because they were allegedly being involved in these sacrifices. There's a video, I'm going to put the link under here. Oprah Winfrey did a interview early in her career. She ain't going to do it now. But she did an interview with a Jewish family, and this sister came on and told everybody what was going on. Y'all didn't believe it, though. Y'all didn't believe it. But this keeps popping up. And it's been popping up for over 400 years. You know, Henry Ford wrote a book called The International Jew. Y'all ain't gonna believe that. The Protocols of the Learned Elders of Zion. Y'all ain't gonna believe that. Mein Kampf by Adolf Hitler. You ain't gonna read that. You ain't gonna believe that. It's just on and on and on and on and on, you know, and the same group of people keep popping up. So that's why I had to address it. It wasn't that I was looking for this. I was sitting here just doing research. I'm like, damn, why everywhere I turn and everything. And this is what I started doing. This is what I want to encourage you to do. Because I noticed that they started doing this once. I know they're watching my channel, because once I started telling people to do this, it became more difficult to find. Any individual you see come on television, and they go against Donald Trump, and you think they're a white person, look up their nationality. Just put in their name and then put comma, Jew, Jewish, or something like that, and see what they pop up. If they're not Jewish, you're going to see where they have been with the Jews, or in some kind of way are very strong advocates and supporters of Israel and things like that. I guarantee it. Do it for yourself and test me and come back and tell me if I'm wrong. Go back and tell me if I'm wrong. I'll put the link to the interview on the other video I just posted about the interview that the Jewish woman on Oprah Winfrey and everything. She coming out and telling y'all what's going on. All right, because every time I put up something, the first thing they accuse me of, Yusuf, why are you promoting hatred, bigotry, propaganda? But, you know, you accuse me of something. My people get depressed. What you mean? What you talking about? I'm interested in saving my people. Okay, they're the ones getting depressed. The fuck are you talking about? The fuck are you talking about? The fuck are you talking about? Nobody being racist. I'm bringing awareness. They can make their own decision. The only way they're going to be able to make an accurate decision is if you got accurate information. And the first thing important in getting accurate information is you got to be aware of what the fuck is going on around you. Okay, this is what they mean when they talk about being dead. You're dead when you ain't using your mind and you can't see what the fuck is going on. When the only thing you're interested in is smoking weed, drinking alcohol, and fucking bitches, okay? You ain't good to nobody. You ain't good to yourself or anybody else. You need to go tell them where to put a gun to your fucking head and blow your brains out, because you ain't good to nobody. Nobody. You got young men. I got a daughter that imitates everything I do. Everything. I'm just amazed. I'm around her every day. That's another reason y'all don't see me a lot, because I'm spending the majority of my time, because I'm older now, I spend the majority of my time with my daughter. I got another daughter that is a sophomore at Princeton University. And she looking at this. I'm very proud of you, baby. McKaylin. I see how she imitates everything I do. My daughter don't wear nothing but dresses. I don't put no fucking hot pants on my fucking daughter, no fucking tight ass pants, because I'm not raising hoes and I'm not raising I'm raising motherfucking ladies. All right? I'm raising ladies, okay? I'm not raising that shit. I'm not raising a child for some man to be looking at by the time they're 5 years old, all right, or something like that you women out there be doing. I buy my daughter dresses. I put her in dresses. because I'm raising a goddamn lady. You responsible for what's going on, you parents out there. Because some of y'all ain't supposed to be no parents. You've been derelicting your duty to your children. This is why this is going on. It ain't some of these people's fault. Some of them silently going in pain and everything, and it's being acted out in their activity and everything. Because some of you people out there, I had some of them in my family. Every family got them. You got these pedophiles and everything. They done got y'all away from this discussion too, because we was talking about pedophiles. That's what we were talking about. We were talking about pedophiles. All right, and they got y'all weak-minded motherfuckers distracted and talking about Black Lives Matter, goddamn gay-ass fraternity, and goddamn motherfucking protest and shit. And it just hurts my heart. Because at one point, I would be a martyr for my people, but I wouldn't be a martyr for my people. There's too many examples that shit don't work. That shit don't work being a martyr for black people. It don't work. You're a goddamn fool. You're going to be a martyr for your people. Because they gonna praise you for a day or two, and then they're going to keep on doing the same motherfucking thing that they was doing. Why do you think, let me tell you something. Why do you think that people just want to get money from you? They want to get money from you because there's no use. Okay? You trying to do something in like y'all mad at Oprah Winfrey because she put a $50 million college over in Africa and everything. It's no use. She know she can't put no money over here in anything because motherfuckers don't want to read. They don't want to read. Want to read the Constitution. You won't read nothing. You won't read anything about your rights. You won't read nothing, but you want to comment on something. You want to accuse Donald Trump. You want to disrespect the president of the United States. You've been disrespecting the president of the United States for the last 4 years straight of total ignorance. And you got these people popping up in the chat room and everything, these Democrats, these welfare, don't call them Democrats. There's a reason that the mascot for the Democratic Party is a goddamn jackass. It's a reason. I always wanted that. I said, why did the Democrats pick a jackass? Why they got a stubborn mule as, you know, like, what is it, you know, what is about it, you know? And somebody said Yusuf is a shield for Trump. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, you nutless motherfucker. Okay? It ain't even about Donald Trump. I wouldn't care. I don't care if Trump don't win next year. If they got somebody else wrong, I don't care. It's about welfare, benefits, and privileges. You don't take benefits and privileges from the government. That's the law. And Trump, go back and watch a video of Donald Trump when he was young, when he was telling you this. He was telling you this. They got videos and interviews of Donald Trump when he was young, and they asking him if he was going to ever run for president, and he was talking about what was happening to the country. He's young. He was young, talking about it. And they say, oh, you a shield for Donald Trump. Oh, man, I run myself. I don't depend on government for shit. Nothing. So it really don't matter. I'm talking to me. I'm talking like this to help y'all ass, to bring you out of darkness. I don't depend on the government for nothing. I ain't saying nothing wrong. Anybody can go, what am I saying that's wrong? We're talking about I'm a shield for Donald Trump. I sit there and tell you, see what Black Lives Matter, what they represent. You can't see feminism taking over everything. What am I saying that's wrong? What do you mean I'm a shield for Donald Trump? What am I saying that's wrong? Are you telling me Jews don't own the banks? You telling me Jews don't own the pornography industry? Are you telling me Jews don't own the media? You tell me Jews don't own the music, this crappy ass music that you listening to? They got you calling your women bitches and hoes and only interested in smoking and drugs and shit like that? You saying I'm wrong? You telling me, is that what you're telling me? Are you telling me that I'm a shield for someone and things? What am I saying that's not true? Am I saying something that's not true? I challenge you. I will give you the mic. I will do a radio show. Blog Talk Radio / High Frequency Radio. The dude that called me a shield in there, I'll give you the motherfucking mic and we can get on the motherfucking, we can go public and we can have motherfucking debate, motherfucker. Okay? That's where I'm at with it. And we do it today. Hell, we'll do it in a few minutes if you want to. So don't try to say I'm for someone or something like that. I look at what the law says. I'm looking at the laws.
You working off emotion. You working off what you think you don't like because somebody else is telling you something. That's what I'm working off of. And you gonna do it with Joe Biden? Go on the internet, y'all. They got pictures of Joe Biden where his eyes are flipping like a reptilian. Joe Biden is one introduce all this legislation, put y'all in jail and all this kind of stuff. Get on the internet and go do some research on Joe Biden. Get a copy of Behold a Pale Horse and go in there and research and see what they're telling you about Joe Biden. Joe Biden been around for a long time. So this is who you want. You want me to select Hillary Clinton? Y'all talking about Donald Trump, but you think Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden was better? Is that what you're saying? Hold on. I want to see if he's going to say yeah. That's what he said, yeah. That's what he said. You ain't speaking to one of these emotional people, motherfucker. I read every fucking day. You need to go on my channel and check me out and everything. I read every damn day. You ain't talking one of these emotional motherfuckers, one of their decisions off emotions and shit, one of these followers and everything. That's what you try to do. You try to come into the chat room and speak to people and everything to just shield and everything of what I'm saying. But nah, you ain't dealing with that. You're dealing with a man, dude. You're dealing with a man. All right. When you deal with men, all right, men think. All right, we're not like these other people out there, these people who demonstrate these feminine tendencies and so forth, all right, who are receptive to being influenced, who facile-minded and allow themselves to be influenced this way and that way by other individuals and their opinions. We study things and we understand the facts, and then we make decisions based off pertinent information that's being presented to us to the best of our ability. And that information that is going to be introduced to you is going to be given to you and presented in your space because you have asked for it, and the creator of the boundless universe never fails to give you what you ask for. So if you want truth, truth is going to be given to you. And that's why you're on this channel right now, because somebody's going to tell you the truth. That's why people come on this channel, because I'm going to tell you the truth. I ain't going to hold back on things. And I'm not really interested in politics. That ain't my thing, because what we deal with here on this channel, public and private. Private is what? The absence of government. And what is under attack is your private rights. And that's what socialism is. How the fuck you gonna go for socialism? Socialism and privacy don't go hand in hand. What the fuck? What the fuck? They talking about elimination of all private property. Listen, man. Without doing your due diligence and looking and seeing what this channel is about, use a damn fool. All right, coming here and talking to me and everything. Because socialism, Marxism, communism, and all that shit, that one of the tenets of that is elimination of all private property. Elimination of all private property. Another aspect that is against nature because there's a duality in everything. There's a public and private, so it won't survive. Let me tell you something else. Anything that has not incorporated a respect for natural law in it won't survive and won't last long. That goes for religion, that goes for government, that goes for anything. It can't survive. Let me read some of these comments now. Why are congressmen and senators allowed to share dual citizenship with Israel? Good question. Why are they always going there kissing the ring? You know, I just put that video, and this was something else that I say I'm a shield. I put a video right there up. Showed you over there in Israel. You know, you can get on the internet. It's been on YouTube for like the longest. They got videos made by other Jews showing you what the people in Israel, you got Jewish people out there who are not for the Zionist agenda. Let me just say that first of all. All right. So they're made by them, and they telling you all of this. And that's what I learned how to do. I learned because I knew people were going to say, oh, you this and that. I said, let me use their own words. All right. Let me use their own words. Let me give you the evidence of how these people think first and foremost before I comment on it, so I won't get labeled something. I want you to go off their own words, what they saying about you themselves. All right. There's plenty of videos on YouTube that'll show you this. Plenty. If you like, I'll put some links under here. If you're having trouble finding them, everything, but you can search this out and find it for yourself. Let me see what Agenda 21. The only way that they can introduce communism is because they dumb down society. Right? Watch Charlotte Isabite's video. She talks about everybody who's educated understands it. It's only people who are not educated who are over there dealing with that stuff. Everybody educated is not involved in that foolishness. Y'all got agents everywhere coming on the channel and everything. It's agents on this channel. It's agents on this channel. I said, don't let them get you off. I ain't letting them get me off track, man. Haters will do exactly what they do. Yeah, it's like you can't. Joe Biden is a Jesuit. Boulder Pale Horse is an awesome book. Yeah, it is. It's very relevant today, too. William Cooper did some excellent research on that. I would definitely suggest people, now is the time to be reading a book like Behold a Pale Horse. Definitely. Definitely. All those books, because it's moving out of the realm of conspiracy theory into fact. See what we got on here. You say he never liked Trump. What be tripping me out is before Trump became president, hell, Trump was a dawn in the hip hop community. Everybody liked Trump. He was at all the fights, everything. Nobody disliked Trump. Everybody was cool with Trump. He became president. You're wrong now for Trump. My people from Scotland, sweet. Check out Tupac interview on him speaking about Trump back in '92. I didn't get a chance to look at it. I'm going to look it up. Better bless a man and a curse him. I agree. There aren't any nations. Here's all lies. Everything's corporation. The United States of America, United States is a corporation. It's a corporation. It's a corporation. The world is a corporation now. That's why I'm into commerce. All this stuff about nationality and all that kind of stuff, why it is significant because you need to know certain things, but this is all about business. This is about business. Everything is about business now. It's been like that way for a long time. And the people who are trying to make it about something else don't have no business going on for themselves. They don't have any business going on for themselves. The people who are involved in business are talking about business. They're not talking about all this other stuff. They're talking about business. These are employee-minded people who are mad about things. This is why I played the Rabbi Finkelstein. He told you straight up, you're in the age now. You are in the age of the entrepreneur. Look on YouTube. Don't every other video commercial y'all are seeing is somebody trying to sell you something. Even in the midst of all this coronavirus. And what was interesting about the coronavirus, they told all y'all can't go to work. Okay, let me tell you, you know who was still making money? Everybody who had their business on the internet. Everybody still had their business on the internet. Everybody still had their business on the internet was making money. Everybody. Nobody dropped off. It was only the people who had brick and mortar jobs and things like that had to stay in, and you working for someone else and so forth. You won't take the time to try to investigate. You could have took that time when you were off. They gave you this this hiatus. You could have took that time to go in and start studying how to put together a website, how to market yourself or something like that. How many of y'all did that? I mean, instead of waiting around for the government to give you a $1,200 check. And what else was interesting about, just to show you how much they into business, they told all y'all can't go to work, but nobody stopped asking for their money. They still wanted their payments on time. All of the utility companies wanted their money. They didn't stop none of their business. All right, why are all these businesses saying they're going out of business? The banks didn't stop collecting money. Who owned the banks? They didn't shut down 1 second. They like, we don't give a fuck about no coronavirus. We don't give a fuck if a meteor is about to hit this motherfucker. You gonna give us our money for this damn electric bill, gas bill, water bill, car note, your mortgage. You don't give us our fucking money. Fuck you. I don't give a damn if you don't go to work or not. You're gonna give me to it. So sit your ass on your ass if you want to and wait for a check. We gonna get that money and we coming to get our property. Isn't that what they were telling you? Am I lying? Am I lying? I might be saying it in a way that's kind of shocking, but you know I'm telling you the truth. All right. Everything else shut down. They didn't shut the fuck down. I was dealing with a person, you know, y'all probably heard me say it on another video. I got some Airbnbs. So I get my furniture, my Airbnbs, I do a 90-day same as cash. All right. That's one of my little programs. I get the place, furnish it, 90 days same as cash, let the people pay off the furniture. Now I got the furniture paid off from them. And I usually pay it off within 90 days. But this one particular time, I let it lapse. The name of the country is Merchant Preferred. What is it? Merchant Preferred Services? Do not get shit from them. Okay, that contract is ridiculous. Unless you're going to pay it off in 90 days, but they're a terrible company. So I'm talking to them. Okay, in the contract, it tells you, because after the contract, the price of the furniture went up like quadrupled. Okay, it quadrupled or tripled, at least tripled the price of the furniture. So I'm like, this don't make any sense. I said, okay, in the contract, it says you can give the furniture, you can pay it off and give the furniture back. So I elected to give the furniture back because it didn't make any sense for me to pay it off, because I can give the furniture back and go buy the same furniture for half the price. You know, it's like, why would I pay this to you? Come get this shit. I'll go ahead and buy the same shit brand new that I'm paying you for it. And, you know, you understand what I'm saying? So I contact them. This is business, y'all. I'm just giving y'all a heads up on something. Now, you can go to the Better Business Bureau. I want you to, just to show you how people don't read, I want you to go to the Better Business Bureau website and look how many people filed complaints against Merchant Preferred Service. I even filed one against them. However, mine was kind of different. I used the Better Business Bureau as a platform to lodge a complaint to give public notice that I'm going to bill them for rent for holding their furniture for them. Because when I called them and told them to come pick up the furniture, they said, well, we can't come and pick up the furniture because of coronavirus. I said, that ain't my motherfucking problem. That's your fucking problem. We have a contract, sir. And the contract don't specify nothing about no coronavirus. They say any time I decide to terminate this agreement and make the furniture available to you or tell you where to come and pick it up, I may do so. I'm not invoking that clause in the contract, sir, and you need to come pick this shit up. And for every day you don't come and pick this shit up, I'm charging you $108 for storage. Now, I just gave y'all some game in case y'all were unaware. Because your internal regulations do not concern me. We talking about a contract right now. So you better figure it out. If you on this phone, you need to go down to fucking U-Haul and rent a truck your goddamn self and come get this shit, make it happen. Because ain't that what they do to you? Ain't that just what they did to you? Coronavirus hit, but we still need our fucking money for the lights, gas, water, utilities, and mortgage? Ain't that what they just did to you? This contracts, man. Contract make the law. It's the highest form of law that there is. And contract law is private law. It's on the private side. Understand that. All right, y'all. I think I had my tirade long enough. So I'm about to check out. Give me a like, hit the subscribe button, hit the like down there, and they got like different choices for notifications. You got to choose the notification that you want to get alert for everything now.
They got you got to pay attention. You got to read. You say, "Well, I'm getting a notification when you come on." There's a button down there under the video. You got to pick that you want to get notified, alerted every time something comes on. All right, if you want to come on, because you know when I bring something, I'm gonna bring the heat. I'm gonna bring the fire. And all you people out there calling me shields, go find your nuts. Okay, all right. It's real men over here talking and everything. We're not all this stuff y'all talking about and everything. Get out of here with that. Peace to all the gods and goddesses. And wait, hold on. What y'all saying? He said, give us more of that tough love. Yeah, Tupac never spoke out against Donald Trump. I'm sure he didn't. Because Donald Trump was cool with the hip hop community. All this stuff started because you had organizations like Black Lives Matter being utilized as a front to influence. You got to understand there's a herd mentality, a sheep. You know, one person said something, everybody started buying into it, what somebody was saying. You know, all my friends, every negative thing that they said against Donald Trump, he get all his information from CNN. CNN is owned wholly by Jews. Those are people that mainly be going after Donald Trump at CNN. Trump can't say what he really want to say. And Trump ain't no politician. Trump is a businessman. That's why he talk the way he do. He talk the way he do. Trump ain't no politician, man. He's not no politician. Trump is a businessman. Y'all been having politicians and people like that in government and everything. He's not no politician. He a businessman. And he's one of them type of businessmen. He don't give a damn. He got money. He's not kissing nobody's ass. He gonna say what the fuck he want to say. He gonna do what the fuck he want to do. And that pissed people off. Just like some of y'all don't like me because I say what the fuck I want to say and do what I want to do. So y'all don't like me because of that fact. You know, so I got friends like that. They don't like the fact. You know, like what's my man? My man who was on got the 3 boys that play basketball. What's his name? What's my man got 3 sons that play basketball? LeVar, what's his name? LeVar. What's his last name? LeVar. They don't like him because he a brother. He raised all 3 of his sons. LeVar Ball, the Ball family. I love LeVar Ball. I love him. But it's people that don't like LeVar Ball, like my friend. They don't like it. This black man, he's speaking, he's saying the things that he's saying. You know, because he won't kiss nobody's ass. Because he used the law of attraction. Because he's speaking things into existence. They hate that. They hate power. What they want is they worship weakness and everything. Love it. Anyway, peace to the gods and goddesses. I'm out. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.